Hey guys, Liza here with Makeup Mayhem. Long time no see. So today I am starting the monumental task of going through my entire nail polish collection and swatching them on these little swatch sticks. Now I have done this previously when my collection was a little bit smaller on these nail wheels, which was great because I could see everything that I had, but as you can see from the letters and numbers written here on the underside, there's not much space for me to label these to know which polish is which on here. So I did have to keep like a spreadsheet with all the color names. And then of course, if I lost any of that paperwork, I had to like start over from scratch. And I'm not able to compare these next to another color unless they happen to be on another wheel that I can put next to each other. So if they're on the same wheel, I can't exactly compare them right next to each other. And these are also, I'll show you one here. These are also kind of like a creamy white color. So they didn't really show me the true opacity of the nail polishes, as you know, how sheer or opaque they were. So I've got these clear ones here that I'm intending to swatch my entire collection with, and they do have space for me to write the names right on them, so I don't have to worry about that, and I can also compare them right next to each other, even layer some of the top coats over one another. So that is my goal. I'm probably only going to do about 10 or so polishes per video because I have, embarrassingly, about 200 nail polishes at this point. So doing them all in one video would take hours, and I don't think anybody wants to sit and watch all of those. But I do think that I'm probably going to do a couple of these together in one day. So if you see me wearing the same shirt in multiple videos, that's why. So let's go ahead and get started with the first brand. And I did decide to separate these by brand. That just seemed the easiest way for me to do this. So the first brand I'm going to start with is LeChat, I believe is how it's pronounced. I believe it's actually a French company, so it may be LeChat or something that I can't pronounce. But the first one I'm going to start with is this color called Black Velvet. I'm not sure if that's going to pick up well in the camera there. But this is just a basic black cream polish, but it is one of my favorite black cream polishes, and I figured if I started with this one, when I get to the top coats later, it would be easy to show how those swatch over the black. So I'm going to start here with this first coat, and if these do require more than one coat, I'll go back and do a second coat, but I am going to cut between those clips instead of sitting here waiting for this coat to dry and then painting a next one. I'm just going to move on to the next color. So that is the first coat of LeChat Black Velvet. Alrighty, so now I'm going to go back in with the second coats on all these. So the first one here is Black Velvet, and this one is pretty opaque. You probably, if you're a better swatcher than me, could get this completely opaque in one coat, but I'm not the best at swatching or painting my nails, so I'm going to go ahead and do two coats, which is generally what I would do on my own anyway, but you could probably, with one good thick coat, get this one completely opaque in one, which is why I like it so much as a black cream polish. Next up, we are going to go to this color, which is called Futuristic. Let's see if I put that up the correct way, which is a purple holographic color. Let's see here. And these LeChat polishes do also come with gel polishes. So what I'm showing today are the regular nail polishes, but they do also come in gel, and that's typically what I wear on my fingers, and then I wear regular polish on my toes because I have a hard time with regular polish not wanting to stay on my fingernails. Let's see here. So I do have gel polishes. I will also swatch those later. So this is the first coat of LeChat Futuristic. Up next is Futuristic, which is that purple holographic color. And then moving on to the next color, this is Shangri-La. Shangri-La. I don't know how you actually pronounce that. That is a country. I'm gonna sound like an idiot if I get this wrong. It is a location, I know that much. So this is a kind of shifty, duochrome-y kind of color. It is blue with a green shift to it. Let me get more on my brush here. So that color is, the shift is really strong in the bottle. It also shows up really strong on the nail once it's opaque. But of course in this first coat, it's not gonna be quite opaque. So that is again, Shangri-La. My dogs are barking in the background. Not sure if you can hear them or not. And then we have Shangri-La. Alrighty, the next color we're gonna do is Rock the Mic. And this is like a black base with a bunch of silver micro glitter in there. So hopefully I will get better with figuring out how to film these as I go on, trying to just stay in the shot right now. So this does show up as kind of like a gray base when you first put it on. It will deepen up. It is almost kind of a gunmetal gray color now that I think about it, because I have worn this before. It's kind of a gunmetal gray color rather than a true black once it's on, but it's a really cool, unique color. So that is the first coat of Rock the Mic. Up next is Rock the Mic. And then my last LeChat polish that I am going to share is my favorite. You'll notice throughout these videos that I have a ton of holographic top coats in my collection, and I actually debated doing an entire video just of those top coats, and I may still do that at the end to compare them all to one another, but I have a ton of them. They're one of my favorite polishes to wear. They're just so beautiful. And this is, along with the black, the first LeChat colors that I got, and then I got them of course in the gel polish as well, and wore those on my nails as soon as they came in the mail. So this is the first coat of, what is this called again? Hologram Diamond? Is that correct? Yes, Hologram Diamond. So you can see there, I'm not sure if this lighting is going to pick up the holographic as well as I would like for it to, but you should be able to see the rainbow shift on there. And then Hologram Diamond. Now I have used this one as just a top coat before, but especially with the gel, I also will sometimes just do an entire nail in this because it's so beautiful. So I am going to show you what 2 coats of that looks like. But you could obviously just do 1 coat of this over black and it would be beautiful. And quickly, I'm going to try to show this to you. Well, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that because this is still wet. So you can kind of see what that would look like over black. And the next, I probably should have shaken these up before I started. Let me do that real quick. The next brand that I'm going to be showing is Color Club. Again, I don't have a lot of these. I got all these from, I think, TJ Maxx or Marshalls or something like that all together. I do think that they were entire collection. If I am correct, this is the Take Wing collection. And these actually do not have the labels on them, so I'm not sure what the names are. I'm going to try and look those up for you and put them in the description box down below. They are all from the same collection. I do believe they are all from the Take Wing collection, and they are all different colors, so that should be able to differentiate them. Let me actually go in color order. So I'm going to start with the pink here. These are, what have I heard these called before? I want to say that they're called glass fleck shimmers. They have super fine shimmers in here that aren't chunky enough to really be called like a glitter, but they, of course, it's in a pink base, but they have this beautiful sheen to them, and those glitters look gorgeous. I love to do this entire collection in a rainbow on my toes, especially in the summertime or when I'm going to the beach. So you can see that first pink color here, and I'll put the name down in the description. Now we're going back to that Color Club Take Wing collection. First is that pink one. I didn't get much on my brush there. You can see that really builds up the opacity on that one, especially with all the shimmer that they have coming through it. So I don't really have any trouble wearing 2 coats of these. Next, I'm going to go in with this orange one. Again, all these have the same formula to them. The glass fleck in this one is kind of golden colored, and some of them almost look a little green. Now, the pink one had kind of some magenta and purpley looking shimmers in them, at least to my eye. That's what I'm seeing in them. Let's see here. But in the bottle, these are picking up like a golden orange and in certain lights a little bit of like a lime green kind of color. So there is the orange one. Next is the orange. Next, we're going to do the yellow. I apologize if I talk a whole bunch during these. I feel like I need to fill the time that I am swatching these with, which is probably not necessarily true. But there is the yellow. Now the yellow. This does have a beautiful kind of like golden tone to it. I'm not usually one for yellows. As a matter of fact, I think I have like one other yellow in my polish, and it's a yellow cream that I got to try out water marbling once. But this one has a really beautiful kind of golden sheen to it that I find that's really, really flattering for my skin tone. Next we're going to go in with this kind of lime greeny color. I'm trying to not block the light. I've got light coming from two different sources here. I do see that these seem to, my polishes are seeming to swatch a little sheerer than they seem to on my actual nail. So you see that beautiful shimmer that comes through on those. So that's probably something I'm going to find across all of the nail polishes. Of course, your own natural nails are not completely clear. You do have some skin tone behind there that helps with the opacity, so these are probably going to look sheerer on the swatch sticks than they appear on my natural nails. And now we're coming in with this lime green color. So this is kind of a teal color, like a blue-green. I have heard some people say that these are really sheer and they don't enjoy wearing these on their fingers. Like I said before, I usually wear these on my toes. There's that one. So this one definitely seems sheerer than some of the other ones we've shown. But I don't really have a problem with them being sheer because, again, like I said, I wear them on my toes, so I don't have to worry about any visible nail lines or anything like that. So I just put 2 coats on there and they're this, you know, beautiful reflective shimmer. And then this teal. I would say this is definitely the sheerest one out of the group. It is still a really beautiful color though. Since there are 6 colors in this collection, I do think I generally skip over this one when doing like the rainbows on my toes because I just need 5 colors. And I already have a true green and a true blue in here, so I don't think I usually grab for this one, which is probably why I haven't noticed that it's sheerer than the other ones. So as I go through this, I'm also going to be getting rid of some of these nail polishes. I'm going to be either giving them away to some friends that might want them or donating them to maybe a local women's shelter or something like that. I'm going to kind of see what's available around me where I could donate these to. I do believe I'm going to keep all of the ones that I've shown today. There are some later as I get into my collection that are just not for me, so I am going to pass those off rather than hoard them. But I do really enjoy all of these, so that is the blue color. And up last is the blue. This one's also a bit sheer. Alrighty, and one last final shot. These are all the nail polishes that we swatched today. These ones over here are all the LeChat polishes, and then these over here are from Color Club Take Wing collection. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I should have quite a few more of these coming up, so please leave your comments down below which one of these polishes was your favorite, and what kind of nail polishes do you guys lean towards? What are your favorite colors, favorite brands? I'd like to know down below. Any suggestions on more nail polishes for me to get? Feed the addiction. Please list them down below. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.